Hey guys, Ann here, and today we're going to talk about holding yourself accountable. So if that is something that you're interested in and want to see, then keep on watching. Alright, so this is the first video on this channel that I have these new lights. And I know, my hair is looking a little shiny. I'm trying to tweak these lights. I'm not good. So let me know down below, what do you guys think about it? How do I need to fix it? Let me know. All right, where do I start? So, one of my videos, I did a story time. I think I titled it, "This Evil YouTuber Tried to Cancel Me," or something like that. Something like that. And I did a story time. And when I did that story time, my mental thinking at that time was, I'm just doing a story time. You know, I didn't think I was being malicious. I mean, hindsight now, but at that time, I thought, I'm not saying anybody's name. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. I'm sharing my truth, what happened to me, and that's it. There's something that happened to me over a year ago. Well, about 2 weeks later, the person I was talking about makes a video and came full circle. Now, I accused this person. Her name is the Not So Evil Stepmother. The reason why I'm saying her name now, I did not say it in that video because nobody really knew who I was talking about, except for some people that's been with me for a long time. And I didn't think you guys would know. Was I being a little catty in the title because I said this evil YouTuber because her name is the Not So Evil? Yes, of course I was. But she made a video with her her response video. She made an hour-long video on me. Now, come to find out, I do want to say this. She blamed me for making that thumbnail. I blamed her. If you don't know, I'll just catch up to speed very quickly. Both of the videos are down, but my daughter had open heart surgery and lung surgery and for blood clots. They took out 10 centimeters. And 6 days after her surgery, she was still in the hospital. I was updating you guys, when I did a thumbnail, I'll try to leave it right here, updates for my daughter. Well, 6 days later, somebody took that thumbnail and made this. I don't know where I'll put it at. Make a long story short, I thought it was her, but it turned out not to be. Once me and her talked, we found out who it was. It was a beauty box. So I want to come on here and be a woman, and I have to hold myself accountable because that's what this video is going to be about. So I need to start. I should have never came on here and alluded, even though in my head I thought, because I didn't say her name, I did say in there I can't prove that she did it, but that was still wrong. Because come to find out, it wasn't her and it wasn't me. And I am shocked. Should I have made that video? No. Do I regret making that video? No. And here's why. Because of my video and because of her video, we talked and we know without a doubt I would take a bullet. We ran the IP addresses, pictures came up, different things came up. It is 100% this person. So I want to come on here and apologize to the Not So Evil Stepmother for even alluding that you did it. I apologize. I also want to say, for her video, like I said, this was an hour-long expose on me, and we'll get more into that. But what I want to say positive, she put in her video, she was 100% sure it was me, and she showed this and this and this and this and this and got this email and all this kind of stuff. And for her to come on and make a video and say, I was wrong, it wasn't Ann. After you say you're 100% sure, you have my respect for that, because that's hard to do, to put your big panties on and to admit that you're wrong. Because after she made that video, there was 4 more videos made about me, not from her, but from somebody else, because they believed what she was saying. And like I said, we'll get more into that. So it was heck. Now, a lot of people say, if I didn't make that video, then she wouldn't have. Like I said, we'll get more into that. But I'm glad that I did, because I have peace now knowing that it wasn't an ex-friend that did that, if that makes sense. But like I said, I was wrong. And I do want to apologize for that. All right, so another thing I want to talk about her video that she made. There were a lot of accusations in there, and there's a lot of things I need to apologize for to people that were brought up. And I feel like I was a little defamed. And so I think I have a right to defend myself because the comments that I have been getting are horrible. Now, I made a video on this channel, I'll leave down below, about me being clean for 16 years, my addiction story. So, when she makes her video, she starts off with 30 seconds in or however long, showing pill bottles and alluding to the fact of me being on pills, slurring my voice, all this stuff. Here's the thing, guys. Regardless if I'm on medication or not, pills were never my choice of drug. Alcohol and crack cocaine. See, I could be a woman and admit to it. I shared my story. That was my choice of drug, not pills. I never had a problem with pills. But I will say, last year in 2019 was the worst year of my entire life. I was not in the right headspace whatsoever. I lost my grandmother in February, which I feel guilty. I haven't even talked about because I feel like I didn't protect her. There's other reasons. She was 91, but she shouldn't have went and what had happened. So I held myself guilty for so long. I was miserable, guys. Miserable. The guilt that I had, I felt like I killed her, even though, of course, I didn't. But I felt like I didn't protect her because my last words to her was, I will always protect you. And I didn't, and I failed. And I'm still not over that. And I'm not crying because of this. It's because I miss her and I feel bad. So I was a miserable person. And I said a lot of things that I'm ashamed of. That I think if I was in the right headspace, I wouldn't have. But let's talk about this medication. I believe when you share some personal information with somebody that you think is your friend, regardless if you're not talking anymore, should never be put online. Ever. Now, also when she showed the pills, there was no name, my name, or anything. So that could have been anything. I'm not alluding that I'm not on medication. Of course, the year that I had, I lost my grandmother. My daughter almost died twice in 1 month. And I lost my mother a month later on Thanksgiving. I'm not saying that. But to show that and to make it seem like I'm on these pills and I'm slurring my voice and all that to perceive me as this person so you can lead up to I'm the one who makes this thumbnail. That's wrong. And I will never have my character off. For 16 years, I have been clean. And to question because I had a video made on me about that, is wrong when somebody questions your sobriety. That's wrong. Wrong on all levels. Okay. Also in that video, there were text messages brought up. Let's say this. Like I said, I'm not making any excuses because I was in a wrong headspace. I was a horrible person, and I said mean things. And to anyone that I ever hurt, that you had to hear these things, I am deeply sorry. And I mean that. I'm not just saying this. I am deeply sorry. I am sorry to you guys who had to listen to that. I thought I was venting and talking to a friend. I want this to be a learning lesson to everybody. Even if you're not speaking to somebody, never show private messages. Never. Because messages aren't receipts. Because things can be construed differently. Things can be manipulated. Because a couple of the things were. Right? When you do that and try to get on somebody's sobriety or question or have some people think things about you to set them up for the ending, that shows your character. You don't do that to anybody, not just her, anybody. That's why in my story time, I never said her name. I would never ever show private receipts because listen, if you think I just sat there and was talking about people and saying things that I had no business doing by myself, come on. The difference is When other people, it's like when you talk to your friends and you gossip and you say things. I'm not saying it's right. It just never came public, Now, also in these messages, other people got brought up. One of them was Abadabs. I want to talk a little bit about that. She talked about it in her video. I will leave her video down below so you can hear her story. Again, me and Abby have been friends before I even had a YouTube channel. I was Abby's subscriber for about 6 months prior to I started my channel. She's one of the ones who got me to start my channel. Abby lives 25 minutes away from me. She's like a real in-person friend. We have been friends for over 4 years. When I was very miserable, I was very mean. Very, very mean. Okay? And we stopped talking. Until what happened to my child, then I reached out to her, and we started talking again. But this person, the not-so-evil stepmother, when me and her got into it, I'm not going to get into the whole story, if you watched my story time. She gets a hold of Abby. As soon as we stop talking, and they start talking. Well, the not-so-evil stepmother is mad at me. Abby's mad at me, and they're talking. Right? So again, Abby's thinking that she's confiding in a friend. Inventing. When that happened to my daughter, when I wasn't speaking to either one of them, I reached out to Abby and to her before anything came public because I thought, you're just mad at each other. This is before anything about the thumbnail. They need to know about my daughter before the internet does. Do you know what I mean? So that's when both of us start talking. Now, I did not know that she was really talking to Abby still. And, whatever the case may be. So it was like so stupid that we're all doing this. Then me and Abby get together because of my daughter after everything happened. And we worked everything out. We talked. We said everything that we said. That's what friends do. Real friends. They get in arguments. They make up. It's about learning from it, apologizing, and moving on. So anything that Abby said should never be brought up without her permission, number one. But that was a little low blow. And for me to have to see that she said karma about somebody doing that was hurtful too. And all of it was wrong. So I want to let you guys know, because all these comments that Abby's not a friend, I know what Abby did. We talked about it. That should have never been public, unless me and her wanted that to be public. Now, also, when this thumbnail came to play, if you don't know, like I said, this thumbnail that said very mean things, and this evil person, it's a subscription box, not Alex now, sent to my daughter. And that's when my blood boiled. I was mad already, but you sent this shit to my daughter? Oh, I was pissed. Now, I did not think it was the not so evil stepmother at the time, until other things were coming to play. When me and Abby get together, we're finding things out. Other people are in my ear, and I did. I'm hearing she's saying the things that were on that thumbnail, and I did. I thought it was her. She's the one. Alex, the not so evil stepmother, is the one who originally told me where it is. It was on ColourPop's website. And there were posts, and I'm like, there's thousands. That's like a needle in a haystack. Now, I did not know that this beauty box is the one this beauty box is the one who told Alex. Because I'm like, all this is matching up. And I should have been a woman, even though I said, did you make it? Until I knew 100% sure, I should have never accused her. I was wrong for that. So that's when I cut her off as well. Abby cut her off. I cut her off. And it was this back and forth stuff, the negativity. It wasn't that we just ghosted her like she claimed. It was just, we were done. I had so much going on in my life that you have to get away from negativity. Okay. About my thumbnail too, it was accused that I blamed She Crafty. I never blamed She Crafty. Yes, I said it was somebody with no kids, because somebody that does that is somebody that don't have kids, because somebody with kids would never do that. So somebody says, well, She Crafty. I said, no, it would never be her. People can vouch for me. Abby states it in her video. I never accused you, she crafty. And even if I did, that should have never came to the public and hurt you like that and even brought your name up. And I am so sorry. I truly, truly am. Now, other things that I've said, yes, I can admit to what I did. That was horrible what I did and sent screenshot. That was horrible. And I 100% apologize. I am truly, truly sorry. I can't believe that was the person that I was. But like I said, I'm not going to use excuses because I still did it. And that was terrible. And I'm really sorry. And that should have never been made public to hurt you. Really. Because I have to own up for what I've done. I know this is embarrassing and it's put me in a bad light, but you have to take accountability. And that's what I'm doing. Now, other things that were not true, I do want to talk about that because I have a right to defend myself with that video. That video got out to what, 5,000, 6,000 people with other people making videos on me. These comments I'm getting. I do want to clarify just a few things. I'm not going to make this video long. As far as me having fake accounts, let me just explain this. When people say, I get negative comments, I've said this to a lot of YouTubers. I said, pin them. If you pin them, then other people will say stuff. You don't have to say anything out of the way, and chances are they will delete the comments. And it's also engagement. That's what I said. I have never had fake accounts that I would say negative things and pin them. For what? When have you ever guys seen on my main channel bad comments? Seriously. I can count on my 2 hands. So that it's just not true. Another thing. Because you want to prove I was so competitive. There was a content creator who posted a box and I screenshotted it. Like her thumbnail. And I put WTF, like what the F. It wasn't because this content creator posted her video. That's what she's supposed to do. It's because that subscription box told me and Alex, the not so evil stepmother, that we were going to get our boxes a couple of days before everybody else since we helped them sell boxes. So, when I seen somebody else post the video, I said WTF, and either I called her or she called me, and I'm like, yeah, I thought that box said we were going to get our boxes first. That's why I said that. But see, people can manipulate stuff. This is why you can't believe screenshots. You can't believe what people say. And let this be a learning lesson for everybody. Even me, if I showed screenshots. Don't believe it. There could be a message here that I said, she said, I said, she said, and then delete this and show this and make it look like something. I just couldn't believe it, like listening to that, you know? The comments that I have been getting, especially people believing that I did this, that I would make this thumbnail and have fake accounts, really, truly hurt me. If all this was true, that she was so 100% sure that I made this thumbnail, I didn't. We found out who did it, and I'm going to prove to you. And what bothers me is when people believe stuff. Not one person asked me, how can somebody get your thumbnail? I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to my Instagram. I'm going to show you receipts where you see me going in. Let's go to my account. Oh, here where it says Just Ann Rankin. Let me show you something. Do you see this? I have no fake accounts. Right here it says add account. There's no fake accounts, but okay. So we're going to go down, and I'm going to show you the date that I put my thumbnail, prayers for my daughter. Okay? We're going to go, because I can't fake this. Okay, I'm like, where is it? Okay, here's the original. Oh, shoot. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. October 6th. I'll try to like put it up. It's right here. There's the original. You see there's no timestamp. So what that means is anybody could take this, the 3 dots, they could take this or screenshot it and make that thumbnail. everybody had this. Then, let's go up here. On October 11th, you see, is when I pinned this, what they did. Again, no timestamp. It hurt me so bad that so many people judged my character and thought that I would do this to my own child and pin this on somebody else and do this to make people feel sorry for myself without asking. This needs to be a learning lesson for everybody. Stop believing what people are saying. Like this YouTube, I should have never brought it to YouTube. She should have never brought it to YouTube. The one who should be held accountable is the bitch that did it, that subscription box, and then sent it to my child and other people. Shame on you. But you'll get yours. You will. One more thing. As far as these group chats, I have never, ever, ever been in any group chats but two, and they were on Instagram. One with a different subscription box with other people on there. She was trying to figure out, you know, how she should mail it and different things. And then when I did a little collab with a couple people, I'll leave it down below if you want to see that. It's like a minute long. That's it. And if I'm lying, any YouTuber can comment down below if I ever had a group chat with them. I never had. And this is not to defame her. I just have a right to defend myself with the comments I was getting. I am so ashamed of myself. I asked myself, why? Why was this done? And the only thing that I can keep doing is praying and being a better person. You know better, you do better. The stuff that I said was over a year ago, and I'm not that person anymore, guys. That's not me. But I still need to hold myself accountable because I was awful and terrible, and I have no excuses for my behavior. Really. And I'm sorry for you as the viewers that had to witness mine and hers, and that's just terrible too. And I promise you, from this day forward, you'll never hear about drama from me again. Yeah, I still will do story times and different things, but just about my life, like what has happened to me. Nothing about this drama. Lesson learned. And I hope one day you can forgive me for my actions. That's all I want to come on and say. I'm going to leave some videos down below of me and my mom, like right after the fire and different things, so you can meet my mom and grandmom. I'll leave a few videos down below if you want to check out. And I hope I didn't come across as, I don't know, trying to like keep drama going, but it hurts me. You know, when somebody defames your character, it hurts. And I just thought I had a right to do that. Again, remember, do not go back to her. We both apologized. It's over with. We moved on. I have peace. I hope she has peace knowing whoever bullied her daughter, whoever did her bad review to her boyfriend, whoever's doing these fake accounts harassing her, she has peace that it wasn't me. You know? And let's all move forward and learn from this. All right, guys, that's everything. My next video will be more positive. I love you guys. I hope you guys can forgive me. And I'm truly sorry. Bye.